So a little while ago, I came back from my second mapping session over at the Ioneer Hospital. Um, what can I say? That was unbelievable. Um, so just to backtrack a little bit, when I had my first mapping session, there were um, a number of frequencies that they tested where I was actually feeling the sensation of the sound as opposed to actually hearing a sound itself. Um, so definitely, when we did the same sort of testing today, um, there was a lot less of those. So with those ones where I was feeling something, there was certainly um, more hints of actual sounds that were there. Um, I could tell that there was some sort of tone. So between one, um, you know, sound that she was playing and another, I could tell that there was a difference in tone, which was a good thing. Um, Certainly, with some of the high frequency sounds, they were more pronounced. There was no sensation of just feeling the sound at all. But all in all, it was a really, really great mapping session. I could certainly see the difference between today and a week ago. Um, Even the audiologist herself was, I think she was actually pleasantly surprised, just at how much difference there was, and how quickly I was adapting to what I was getting through from the implant. Um, so where are we now? We're at a level where I, similar to last week, I've got 4 programs which are set within the implant of varying degrees of intensity. Between now and next Thursday, I believe it is, I need to try to work my way up from program 1 up to program 4. I was in the same position last week. Between leaving the Ioneer Hospital and walking across the road to where my car was parked, I'd already felt that program number 1 was not really giving me much in terms of sensational sound, so I'd automatically gone on to program number 2. And I have a funny feeling that that's probably the way the things are going to go this week as well, where I'm just going to progressively just cycle through them and just sort of keep myself constantly challenged, and which is all good. So, the words of the audiologist, I should say herself, was that she was really excited and looking forward to how far I was going to come this week, which was really, really, you know, a great thing to hear. You know, I've been trying to keep a level of optimism throughout the whole process, but you know, today has just it's been great. I really can't put it any other way. You know, you see a lot of these switch-on videos, you know, where it's all emotional and people are all teary, and it's like, oh, I can hear, you know, whatever it is. By no means was that what today was like, but you know, there certainly was one particular period of time where I sort of actually had to collect my thoughts, and you know, I can think if my wife was there, I probably would have burst into tears. It's just that, you know, this was exactly what I was, you know, hoping to, you know, the process was going to be like. So I think previously I described the whole sensation of what I was hearing as being very much like tinnitus, that would sort of cycle with the sounds that I was hearing. So what I'm hearing at the moment is still predominantly high-pitched, but not as much as it was before. It's certainly a lot more pronounced. There's a lot more volume, which is there. I'm only on program 1 at the moment, so I'm imagining that as I cycle through, that's going to become more and more pronounced, certainly. But you know, I'm really, really happy with where things are at the moment. You know, I have to admit that, you know, from the beginning of, you know, starting the whole, you know, process of being assessed for the cochlear, I always thought it, you know, at any moment the bubble's going to burst and there's going to be some sort of, you know, thing that's said to me that's, you know, sorry, like it's been left too long, or there's, you know, extensive damage to the cochlea, all the nerves in there, so you're not going to get much from it, or that the surgery wasn't going to, you know, progress the way that I had hoped. And then, you know, moving on to, you know, the mappings, and so forth, that all I would ever get would just be, you know, the feeling of sound there without the actual sound being there itself. But you know, today has been a real big turning point for me. It's shown me that in such a short period of time I've been able to come a significant distance, and it's certainly really encouraging for me, and I'm just like overly optimistic, and you know, really looking forward to seeing exactly how far I can, you know, I can take this. So great news today. Really happy. Looking forward to, you know, what this week's going to throw at me. You know, next mapping is next Thursday, and you know, we'll see from there just how much further I can come. That's it. Very happy.